with moissanite diamonds. This is what y'all call a fake chain. And I'm going to wear it with pride. Do not be fooled by these rappers. Before we get this started, I want y'all to know that in Texas and to it. Welcome to Texas. Before we get this motherfucker started, I gotta let y'all know that y'all are being fooled and have been fooled by these jewelers and by these rappers.
No fake shit.
You know what I got in my back pocket?
What's it?
And it ain't that thing. It's that thing.
Yeah. Get in there. Get this. We got shit out even if it's.
They're not spending money on that shit. So why the should you spend money on that shit?
Understand is my business are high dollar values. They don't understand I have to pay so much for the diamond, so much for the gold. They just look at a necklace. Oh, you sold a necklace 100,000. They think we make like 20, 30,000. They don't know exactly how much it costs. It's not 100,000 of profits, but 100,000 load a mile.
And before we jump into this episode, I gotta let y'all know that it's sponsored by Better Picks, the greatest sports betting platform in the United States. All you have to do is download the app and use the promo code 2legit just to get you some motion. Rappers, I'm on y'all line today. Hey, for every single rapper that's capping, I am on your line. Fake jury has been being worn in the industry since it started. And y'all know I gotta expose it. Because guess what? 1 into the 2, 1 into the 3, 3 into the 3. West.
Oh, hit me.
Alright, y'all, we back. I am so sick of black people. It's only the blacks. Whites, they don't get into this type of because they're smart. This is why our generation and our race is so far behind. You pull up on a white boy around to have some felines on or some low budget Nikes from Academy with a regular white tee and some sweatpants and got like $80,000 in an account, and that's nothing. But black people, we got on. How many times I used to sell fake bootleg designer in Greenspoint? Been doing it for years. Let's not do no capping. Let's talk about everybody who has worn this shit in the city. And let's talk about people who have worn it in the game. I used to wear this shit. I used to wear this shit, which I did used to wear this shit. I used to sell this shit to people, and I had to stop doing this because I realized I was victimizing people. People used to be like, I don't wear no fake shit. Girls, you say, bitch, I don't wear no fake shit. My shit real. Woo. I had an ex-girl. I gave her a fake Michael Kors purse one time, and she left it sitting in there at the house for years. That girl lived in an apartment. She had every pair of Jordan that came out, but always had $1,000 left in her account. Barely could pay her bills, barely could get her phone bill, always asking me to take her out to eat. But she had every pair of Jordan. She had Louis Vuitton. She had this, she had that. I got another homegirl who's jumping in and out of CPN houses, doesn't own nothing. She can't even rent a house in her fucking name. But she brags about having all the real designer and all the real jewelry in the world. Only the niggas, though. Fingers pointing. So guess what I did? The other day I was in the mall looking in the middle of the mall jewelry case, and I was there on a whole other mission. But a nigga walked up to me and was like, hey, you can't be shopping in there. You can't be there. I told him, why the fuck I can't be here? I'm looking around like some crip was in the building. Or maybe he was a crip or something, looked like a crip. He say, you can't be there. I say, for what? He say, all that shit you be talking, you can't be there. All that money you be talking about. I say, oh, here? I say, I'll tell you what. What's in your pockets? He said, I can show you 20. Show me 20. He thought I wasn't going to ask. You know me. Show me 20. He goes in his pockets. It wasn't $10 in there. He didn't even have no debit cards on him. So let's not cap like you had it on the phone, because when I said, show me your phone, you couldn't show me your phone. But I commenced to show you my phone, and my phone said 24,000 plus the extras. I don't even count it until it gets over 20. I could have 30,000. I'm not going to count it till I say 40. I showed them 24 in one account, but I didn't log into my Navy Federal. I didn't show them my credit limit on my Capital One, my Avant card, or my Chase, or my motherfucking PNC account. See, y'all got to understand, life is bigger than making these Europeans rich.
Came in, cashed out, subscribe to their YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Big Mac, so peso.
Yeah, man, shout out Icebox. We just
man.
came in this guy iced out, you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of cheddar, mozzarella, you feel me? You know what the going there, man? Shout out my boy,
Hey,
you know
two
what
fly
I'm saying?
young fella.
Hey, real life tour money, and now it's your money, you know what I'm saying?
The jury, the game is locked by the Arabs and the Asian people. Y'all have went to, y'all favorite rapper has went to Johnny Dang to spend millions. King Johnny owns multiple gas stations. He owns multiple real estate projects. He is a multi-millionaire off of you black people. Y'all are their number one customers. The white people is not going up in there. Boom. So what the fuck do I care if a nigga tell me where I can't shop at? So just in the name of that, I bought this fake chain for that nigga, and I'm a Harlem shaking this motherfucker. Because guess what? I'm really rich for real. Now let's talk about your favorite rappers in the city. Let's talk about, I got inboxes. I got private conversations. Not all these rappers out here with this big ass, with these chains that done went to Nick and Emmett and King Johnny and Johnny Dang. They don't got the money for real. Oh, you thought I was capping? Well, let's just start naming some of them. Let's go. They don't own these houses for real. They're not in their name. They don't own multiple cars. Niggas is getting this shit for the free ski. Niggas is going in and getting this shit on credit. But let's talk about that, because listen here. These are natural diamonds. This is real. This here is real. But guess what? Which one shines harder? The moissanite diamond shines harder. The moissanite shines harder than a natural diamond. And these are facts. Google it. Look it up. The moissanite was made to be a costume stone to shine harder. And there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a billionaire woman that rocks fake jewelry. Her name is Kim Kardashian. Let me teach y'all the game. If you go get one of these chains made, let's say you get this chain made for $40,000. Boom. You turn around and go get a replica made in moissanite and sterling silver and get it dipped. You rock it for 6 months, then you report it stolen. You got your real chain. They stole this motherfucker, and you get your money back on insurance. They've been doing that for years. I'm not giving up no game. Don't listen to me. I ain't giving up no game. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. But let me tell you what you black people could do instead of wasting your money on this jewelry and these real designer clothes. Trilla doesn't wear designer. Trilla doesn't care. Trilla's good in a pair of $125 Air Force Ones. Trilla Too Legit is also good in a $40 t-shirt, might have been $29.99 from Fit. Trilla is good in a pair of jeans from Fit that cost $59.99. I don't need Off-White. I don't need Chrome Hearts. For all y'all niggas that are rocking Chrome Hearts, show us that $6,500 tab, because nothing in Chrome Heart is up under $4,000. Nothing. They got wallet chains worth of $4,000-$5,000 at that bitch, right? Come on, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But listen, you black people have been lost for years. Now let's talk about your favorite rappers. Your favorite rappers, on top of your favorite rapper, has been rocking fake jewelry from the beginning of time. Shout out Gucci Mane. With all that moissanite and Cuban zirconia. Shout out Boosie. I don't know if you knew, but the jewelers that was giving you that shit was not giving you certified diamonds. Shout out Lil Scrappy. We know you rock fake jewelry before. Shout out French Montana. You a whole Arab in New York and still managed to rock some fake jewelry. Shout out Plies. They got you too. Shout out Akon. You was damn near a billionaire. You at least worth $130 million, and you gave French Montana a fake Hublot.
Fake watch. Yeah, man.
Jesus. I mean,
I'm still waiting for Akon to give me the new one.
you still wait?
Yeah.
What kind of fake watch did he give you? I just want to be clear.
It was a U-blow. But you know, I mean, mistakes like that can happen. You know.
But wait, time out. It don't stop there. How long have y'all individuals been rocking fake jewelry? How long have y'all been rocking fake watches? These fake watches are replicas. Explain to me.
Ass nigga, walk in that same jewelry store that you just left in the mall and try to buy the Cartier, nigga. That motherfucker $35,000. The Rolex $30,000. Everything over there real. They sell real.
How do you individuals have real jewelry, have all the latest Jordans and all the real designer clothes, but you don't own a house, you don't own an LLC, you wake up every morning and go punch a white man's clock, you're waiting for a paycheck, you're waiting for income tax, you don't have a deed, you pay rent, you don't have a mortgage, you pay rent. Some of y'all don't even pay rent. Some of y'all get these motherfuckers in the income tax months, and then the house is gone. Then you back at mama house. Some of y'all, I have a homegirl who is a known Instagram influencer. Today, she picked me up in a BMW. I told her a couple of months ago, man, do not go buy a used BMW. Used BMWs and used Benzes past one owner is a ticking time bomb and an accident waiting to happen. Today, I finally got to get up close on that BMW. That BMW is a go-kart with a BMW logo on that motherfucker. You know where she lives? She lives in a Mexican apartments in Greenspoint. Sorry, I got to put your name out there. I ain't even put your name out there, but I got to put your business out there. And I know you're watching. These are true statements, but everybody knows that Trilla has what he's talking about. The people within inside of my circle know the money. Let's speak about Trilla to Legit and Bank Vault Nick. Go up there and show my picture. Go up there and show my picture and see if Bank Vault Nick know who I am. Can anybody tell me if Bank Vault Nick can tell me I've brought him over $200,000-$300,000 in jewelry? All time greatest picks. Maybe I shouldn't even say that. But for y'all individuals that are stuck in this lane, and but for y'all that want to get out of that lane, let me show you what you could save. A pair of Jordans goes anywhere between $200 plus the gas money that you're spending for the day. So let's cap that day out for $300 a pair. Y'all go buy at least 12 pair of Jordans a year. 3 times 12 is.
Y'all remember, man, I've been telling y'all that WACK100 been talking to the feds. Okay. Well, Mike D just did an interview with a nigga. Well, they was trying to say the nigga was snitching, but he say the lady that he talked to is the same lady that was on the phone with WACK100. So yeah, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. I told y'all that nigga talking to the feds, and then all them California niggas like Anna Hefe, Adam, anybody who talked to goddamn WACK100, boy, y'all in trouble down there. I bullshit you not. Y'all gonna stop. Boy, y'all in trouble.
Is what? 4,500. 300 times 12, I believe, is 4,500. That's what you could save per year on buying Jordans if you're buying them. Now, 4,500 doesn't sound like too much to
I'm
y'all
on
for a
my
whole year. Of course
journalist shit,
it doesn't.
dog. I'm on my journalist shit right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Why these niggas thinking a nigga worry about them and shit? I'm over here watching other content and shit and finding out shit while I'm watching the content that can back up what the fuck I've been talking about, you know what I'm saying, these last 2 days. So y'all probably got to go catch up to some of the content, man, because if you ain't been watching, you probably be lost over here, man.
But let's take that 4,500 and go buy us a used car. You can take that same 4,500 and you can rent that used car out every single day for $100 a day. You can make $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month times 10 months out of the year is $30,000 off of a $4,500 investment. With that $4,500 investment, you can go buy whatever chain you want, just like I can with the multiple cars that I own. Let's see what else you could do with 4,500. They have something called the For first-time home buyers, I believe they have an FHA loan that they can give you. And it only costs $5,000. With that $5,000 down on that house, with the verifiable income, with y'all that file income tax that say y'all had a job, with $5,000 down that you spent on Jordans, you could own your house, stay in it for an entire year, clear it, and then rent it out on Airbnb for $100 a night. You will make $3,000 a month on a mortgage payment that only cost you $1,500. That's $1,500 profit at the end of the month, which turns into $20,000 at the end of the year. After you rent that out for the end of the year, your equity goes up. You could take the equity out of that $300,000 house. You could take $200,000 of equity out of that house and go buy you 2 more houses and wash, rinse, repeat. You could turn a $5,000 motherfucking down payment into a $500,000 empire in 365 days. This is thing that black people refuse to get into. Let's see what else you could do with a $4,500 investment. With a $4,500 investment, you can get on Marketplace and buy at least 10 iPhones for $200 to $400 a piece, whatever you get them for, and then you can resell them. You can turn that $4,500 investment into a $10,000 investment. That's called crumbs to brick hustling. There's a lot more things that black people can do, but y'all never understand. Let me explain to you why the whites, the Arabs, and the Chinese people are winning. If you was ever raised with these people, then you know that white people, Mexicans, and Arabs and Chinese people stay at their people's house until they are ready. Black people kick our kids out at 16 to 18 years old. Get out the house. Get out of here.
All right, man, we about to get to this content, man, over here, man.
Jay Prince, over the years, the decades of doing whatever he's doing, he's been having a way of brainwashing people.
Oh, yeah?
To thinking he's doing one thing when he really up to a next. I really think and believe wholeheartedly that Jay Prince's whole mission is to somehow, some way, in a slick snake way, is to set it up so Larry Hoover cannot get out of prison.
Oh, hell no.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Hell no.
I get a call from this chick. She say, "Wack, get off Jay Prince Jr." I said, "What you mean? Leave him alone." I was with him. I've been with him for a few years. He got a call. He stepped out on the balcony. I hear him saying, "Okay, what, 80 to 100? Okay, I'm out the way." He hangs up, calls somebody else and say, "Hey, get from over there, stay from over there." Then, they say they better come through. They talking about 80 to 100. I'm on Clubhouse telling my Houston boys, they waved me down. They say, "Yo, Wack, the feds just did a sweep and picked up 100 yesterday."
100 pounds.
100 people.
When it's time to get dope, I take off. Before the feds get the dope, I take off.
So there's an interview going around of Jay Prince, and Jay Prince has been asked questions about hip hop and podcasters. Now we know that podcasters has basically taken over hip hop. They're the media for hip hop entertainment, but a lot of times podcasters dive into some other aspects of people who are actually connected to the hip hop community. Jay Prince being one of them. Now, there was a conversation at one point in time about WACK100 actually being in touch with somebody who actually had some video of Larry Hoover that Jay Prince actually wanted to get his hands on. And that particular conversation turned into an argument, and it went from being an argument to a mudslinging fest where WACK100 and Jay Prince both were accusing each other of cooperating with authorities. Now, after that, WACK100 would actually go on Clubhouse and play a recording of an alleged call of an FBI agent who called him asking him questions about the Jay Prince situation.
Oh, Larry Hoover. What about Larry Hoover? Yes, sir. And James Prince Sr.? I mean, I wouldn't have no information other than just me helping with a Larry Hoover project. Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's what I'm kind of wanting to talk to you about. Okay. Well, what's wrong with me working on the Larry Hoover project?
No, sir. No, nothing's wrong whatsoever with it. I'm glad someone is.
So at the end of the day, like, this is a phone call right here where WACK100 is on the phone with the feds. And he has been on the phone with the feds about Big U. So he on the phone with the feds about Big U. He on the phone with the feds about Jay Prince. He on the phone with the feds about this Larry Hoover shit. And then it's a lot of them dudes that be on these big platforms, and there's a lot of dudes that be doing this broadcast and shit. Like Anna Hefe just got caught giving WACK100 some information about the rolling 40s. So all I'm saying is this nigga is talking to the feds, and you got these guys that supposed to be real street guys, or they supposed to be real members of these sets, and they are talking to WACK. And I'm like, damn, do y'all understand that WACK is talking to these feds? And y'all giving him information? So it's about to be some shit happen out there in California. I don't know what's about to happen out there, but I'm about to bring up some more audio with WACK100 talking about Big U case and on the phone with the feds and shit too, so y'all can get an idea that this nigga is talking about everybody to the feds. And when he go to these platforms, especially when he go to No Jumper and he bringing these people, I know y'all remember when we watched that nigga talking about he had robbed that Atlanta rapper, and he say he had shot the nigga and shit. WACK100 brung that nigga to the show. So all I'm saying is, man, this nigga WACK100 is an informant. And yeah, you boys better be careful on passing that nigga information, man. Bullshit you not.
Advocating for him. That wasn't the issue. I was just information has been provided that you've had some disagreements with Mr. Prince. Are you familiar with him?
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't have no issues with Mr. Prince.
Okay. So,
I mean, a disagreement is a disagreement. I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
Well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you a snitch and you calling him one, and all of that would be where.
Yo, what's going on with the content?
Hey, this is premium content too, y'all. Y'all better follow this damn club.
I'm sending it to you
I don't have
directly.
no issues with Mr. Prince.
All right, y'all better follow this. I sent you my map. Y'all better follow this club and follow this damn mod, boy.
I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
Well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you snitch and you calling him one, and all of that would be where we received information that there was possibly a disagreement.
Yeah, but even if we did do that, why would that be an interest of the FBI? Because these ones have any bearing cases pending against one another. We have never done any business with one another. Far as I know, Mr. Prince is a businessman as I am. So, even regardless of what we said to each other, as far as a snitch and not being a snitch, like why would that be interest of the FBI? That's what's kind of confusing to me.
Okay, no, I can explain that. I mean, of course, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. We're just making sure that no threats have been made to you from anyone associated with him over y'all's dispute.
No, I haven't. No threats have been made, nor do I feel threatened. Two men get angry, two men say things. We've both been in each other's presence from time to time. I know his children.
Now, a lot of people question, like, how the hell did the feds get WACK100's number? I mean, we know that a lot of people have associated WACK with cooperation, working with the police. He has several aliases on YouTube. People call him CS2 Badges. Other people call him CS2 Back, an individual that was in some paperwork dealing with the Main Street Crips. Others point out his name being mentioned in people's paperwork, such as Big U or the No Jumper Brawl that took place in the alley behind the building. But with that being said, Jay Prince actually spoke to this. He would say that WACK not only called the feds on him to give them information about Jay Prince, but he would also say that WACK concocted some type of scheme to actually get the feds to call him back to make it look like the feds were calling him and his hands were clean. Like he didn't initiate the first line of communication with the Alphabet Boys.
You know, it's real deep with me because I love when tears have went to the foundation of our creating this culture. And when I see different podcasters, and I start with myself, you know, you got one of them that like to talk loud, you know, and punk out the other podcasters. And, you know, they tell all these lies on your character and assassinate your character. And when it look like you want to, you know, have something to do with them, they call the FBI. I got one call the FBI on me. Call the FBI on me and then had the FBI to call him and record like they called him first.
Not for nothing, but it has to be kind of crazy to always be associated with being the police. Like as much paperwork as WACK100 has put on the internet, as many conversations that
you ain't did. It ain't you. Man, they got my bro made out to be the same woman who WACK100 got on his page that federated. That same little woman.
His girl?
No.
Oh, the one on the
recording.
Oh,
that same little woman.
Say that Kyle Wack and asked him, did he have a problem with Jay?
That same little woman. It's the one briefed me. I knew her voice.
So boy,
I knew her voice.
Boys say Wack was stunning. That was real.
Hey man, I'm on TV. She know me. She know D-Town. That was her. But I ain't got nothing to hide. I told the truth. I told them people the truth, what bro ain't did.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to hide. Man, I don't work for them. They ain't did nothing for me. They ain't helped me get out of no jail. They ain't helped me get out of jail. Them folks had all my phones tapped. At my business, at my restaurant, the folks had my phone tapped. Niggas calling my restaurant while I'm in jail, threatening my woman. The feds on the line. The feds know who to say, man, this shit was deep. I waited 5 years, man. I waited 4 years to say something, man. Because these folks was at my throat. They feel like I'm lying to them. They ain't helped me. They ain't did shit for me. Because I couldn't do nothing for them, man. I couldn't tell them people the things they was asking me. Them lies. That's propaganda, street talk.
And you saying, Jay, go get the tape and review it. And tell me if that's what I said or then. And where I come from, the only way to be labeled a snitch is you have to win on that stand and you had to win in there, or we get that tape and realize you was up in that room.
To clear this up.
That you want.
I ain't even look.
We got to see that tape.
It ain't no shit like this, Mike. It ain't no shit like, oh, I'ma just, hey, man, they want me to say you did anything. After he dropped the narrative online, the feds came back and pulled me out and pulled me in the grievance room. I had a roll of grievance on.
Oh, you were locked up when he posted.
Yeah.
Okay.
They came back and got me, pulled me out. We feel he might get something did to you. These papers right here, we gonna protect you. Man, we gotta put you in protected custody. Then we can go back and hit him with a cybercrime or threat. I said, man, I played crazy like I hadn't even heard nothing about it. But as soon as it came out, it was on my line.
Of course.
The people had been bugging my phone with me and my woman for the last 10 months. I was in the county jail trying to see what I had to talk about, seeing what I'm talking about. These people was investigating me thorough. I never went, I never did talk about nothing. No nigga count my money. I don't let no nigga watch my money. My woman tell you, I ain't doing it. The same nigga sick them people at me, man, because he hate, bro. just a hater. You know what I'm saying? You been in penitentiary before, you know niggas just hate Jay. Just hate Jay. Oh, I like that nigga. Don't even know him. So that's how I got caught up in that twist, man. And bro spoke that on my name that ain't true. If you speaking on this letter, me and you way tougher. We way more partners. You can come to me on that. But you speaking this letter validating like I did something wrong with you.
What happened with you and Jay Prince? I keep seeing some new stuff on the internet about Jay Prince. I guess he did an interview. He was accusing you of a bunch of stuff.
Then the paperwork dropped.
Okay, right. The paperwork recently came out.
Jay Prince goes up there to Prince, Supreme Team Prince, right? The one that just got out, right?
Right, yep.
The nephew of the other dude, right?
Supreme.
Yeah. And says WACK100 called the feds and then had the feds call him to fake like he was looking out for me. That's what he says, right? The timing couldn't have been any better.
For the paperwork to come out?
5 days later, paperwork dropped. Now, when I get the call, I'm going to send you the call in case you want to put in your segment. I'll send it to you. I got it raw. But I get the call, most people say, why you didn't hang up? A lot of these dudes is young, dumb, and stupid. If they calling me because they didn't heard some dudes plotting and making threats, right? As soon as I hear a dude name and I hang up, the investigation continues, does it not? Oh shit, he must really be scared. So instead of doing that, I stayed on the phone and let them people know that me and this man have no problem, never had problem. We troll on the internet. Our business dealings is being sought out through legal attorneys. I don't know where you getting it from. He's a pillar in his community. I'm mine. I know his kids. We've been knowing each other. I don't know where you getting that from. Why are you even calling me about us around on the internet or calling me about a business deal that's going on, that's being handled by their family attorney and, my people's attorney? So I gave enough that even if I wanted to double back and say he is, what I did says I would never be credible on that lane. So I totally debunked whatever investigation they had going on. So when the paperwork hit, it shows Jay Prince and Big U on that hot ass phone. Yeah. Got Big U flying out to the scene. So when they called me, it's based upon what they heard. Now when them wiretaps come out, we're gonna see it all. So now I hit Prince. Hey Prince, yo man, he said, yeah, Wack, he bullshit. He said, you sent me the whole recording. Everybody, they like, Brad, we heard the whole recording. But you don't even put the nigga and did what you did. But it's obviously a lie because it's saying, know what it said? The federal agents said, we cannot contact WACK100 no more because within 24 hours, the whole conversation was up on YouTube.
Right.
Now, let me ask you something. This is 2022. Imagine if I wouldn't have recorded that.
Oh, that'd have been horrible.
Imagine if I wouldn't have, right? And then this paperwork comes out that they contacted me. First, remember when I put it up, they said it's fake. Remember that? Fake. Wack got some fake people acting like they this. First, it was fake.
I don't remember this coming out, but
yeah, this shit 4 years old.
Yeah.
This shit came out in the Beehive on the other side of Clubhouse. Right? So Imagine if I would, 4 years later, everything they accuse me is fake, all is this, all this, it comes out in the paperwork, YouTube on a hot ass phone talking some bullshit. That's what drove them to call me. Have you been intimidated, threatening this and all this crazy shit? YouTube on a hot ass phone. I looked out for your little buster ass. The crazy part about it, Big, you don't even like Jay Prince. Can't stand him, don't like him. He was pro Suge in with Jay Prince. That's why I'm sitting here watching this shit like, this shit is crazy. All kind of backdoor shit that happened where they call it in and what they call it in about is right there on the lap. And they faking like they gonna handle it and this is what it is. And I'm sitting there, a lot wouldn't have happened for him. See, the Big U that we've read about in this RICO paperwork, I never met him. I met Big U in 04. When he come home, his thing is business. He trying to figure out the business. We quickly realized that he's a dude with influence, but his wits, his attention span, his patience wasn't there. So if you call Big U about something, yeah, talk to Big U about it. I think he got something like that going on.
Hey, look, we got all this information about WACK100 being on the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, being on the phone with these feds. And then if y'all remember, like 2 years ago, he had sued, was it World Star Hip Hop or something for a video that they had put out and shit. So with this video, he was setting certain shit up in this motherfucker to where you know this nigga is a police officer. So yeah, nigga, while you niggas out there in California, Compton, Sacramento, wherever the fuck you at in California, goddammit, while you niggas is out there working with that nigga, just know that nigga is a federal informant, dog. Allegedly. Let's all say allegedly, but at the end of the day, shit, nigga, we seeing him talking on the phone with him about multiple people. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, goddamn, why they keep calling you? Like, why they talking to you about this? Why they keep calling you? And you talking about, you know what I'm saying? Nah, hell nah, man. If they calling you, that means you work for them, dog. What's up, little baby? I see you up in here, little baby. We got EJ in the motherfucking building. But at the end of the day, bro, the feds is calling you, my nigga. That means you work for them. All I'm saying, and they Hefe on the phone with WACK100. WACK100 got a show at No Jumper. He's sitting down with multiple gang members that's still active and shit. So all I'm saying is, man, I think all them motherfuckers probably working with the feds right now, because when you go out there to LA, man, that bitch so cleared out to where the feds took over that motherfucker. But all I'm saying is, man, yeah, some more people about to go to jail, and y'all better not be doing nothing right now. I bullshit you not. Whatever y'all doing right now, if you in contact with WACK100, man, stop talking to that nigga. And if you trying to fuck with that nigga on some business shit and talking about doing content, nigga, you see all these niggas in jail for this content shit. So, nigga, you a police. If it's any nigga doing content with WACK100, you a police. And a Hefe, we seen that you was an informant, allegedly, because all you do is tell everybody else business. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all, it's a lot of niggas got question marks, and it ain't even no question mark with me. I already know you niggas probably try to sue a nigga and shit because a nigga letting the world know. But somebody need to go get y'all ass out the way, because y'all gonna fuck up some people's lives, man. All this goddamn telling got people going to jail and shit just because y'all probably did some fucked up shit. Man, these people need to put y'all in hiding. I don't see how the fuck you niggas can be goddamn working for the goddamn feds and still be in y'all goddamn town like that, man. Yeah, LA looking weak than a motherfucker to me. And not just LA, just California, period. Y'all looking weak than a motherfucker. Y'all know these motherfuckers talking to the laws, and y'all still fucking with them.
Other people on the phone, and you will end up discussing your business with them. You got to them through Big U, so he in the pot anyway. Right. So we didn't mind that, so we just kept positioning, right? We all doing what we doing already,
So
right?
he used to be
Like
in
you come
Clubhouse
after the
getting
flow
caught
is
up
already happening.
on the phone
Him
with the
saying it
feds.
tripped me out when he said, "Yeah, I remember when Suge had all this money, bro. You
And
paroled
then
in
it was some
04.
recent,
Suge was bankrupt
it
in
was some
05.
recently shit that's why I'm bringing young Hefe name up, because he was on the phone with WACK100 talking about Spiderface getting DP'd in the rolling 40s. So if you telling WACK100 this information, we already know WACK100 on the phone with the feds. So the feds already know this. So if the feds didn't want to do nothing to this with this information, that's why WACK100 put it on the internet. So Hefe is on the phone talking to an informant, giving this informant information. Well, this informant then told us plenty of times before the laws even pick Big you up. Yeah, before they even pick Big you up, dog. WACK100 was telling us that the feds was watching them and shit, and they had them on wiretap. So yeah, man, this nigga's talking to these people, man, and y'all fucking with this nigga, dog.
When you paroled, it was already.
After how many years he did?
And any nigga that went to No Jumper from Texas, nigga, trust and believe them feds on y'all trail too. If you have left this motherfucker from Texas and went to No Jumper, man, them feds has checked y'all motherfucking video out. God damn it, and they running y'all background. So if you doing any motherfucking shit that you don't supposed to do and you went to No Jumper, boy, you better stop doing it right now, because they watching you. I'm here to give you niggas some real game and keep it all the way 1,000 with you. They coming.
Oh, Big U?
Yeah.
Big U did, Eddie Boy did 16, 17. Big U did like 13, 12,
So he missed
13.
the whole death row.
Yeah, he wasn't there
So
for
when he
none of it.
came home, Suge didn't have nothing.
No,
for
it was
real.
gone. He wasn't around for none of that. Even Corrupt, the one kind of walking to the door. Corrupt was on his back at that time. You know, he had come back to death row. Remember, Snoop and them wasn't dealing with it.
Right.
He come back to death row. So, you know, he never got a chance to see what that was. He just heard about what that was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
what I'm tripping off for.
Like, okay, Wax said he's suing people. He said he ain't going after people on the street shit. He just gonna sue. The CS2 back Main Street Mafia Crip case, which was the case that Wack is suing Worldstar over. We dropped that story about over a year ago, and now
I already know, EJ.
Full
Best believe I know.
lawsuit. We got the full lawsuit.
We got the YouTube police on here.
Worldstar. Now, in this lawsuit, like I said, ain't no real surprise that WACK100 is suing Worldstar. But in the lawsuit, there are actually a lot of surprises that lay out and speaks directly to all of the stories we've been telling y'all about the boy WACK100. All of the news that's come out about WACK100, he's blaming Worldstar Hip Hop and saying that they negatively affected his business, that in the streets people consider him a rat now, and that it has hurt him and his money and all of these things. And as a result, I believe he's suing Worldstar for like $5 million. And this is a real lawsuit. Like I said, we're gonna put the paperwork up there. The first part of the documentation that I thought was important was he claims on January 27th, 2024. So like we said, it was like early 2024. Within 2 business days, he sent a letter to Media Labs immediately demanding the removal of the video, and he wanted to issue a formal retraction. Now, WACK100 understands that Worldstar Hip Hop is not a media voice or a media place. It's really just a place where people either pay to get their videos posted, or maybe Worldstar just likes it or whatever. Maybe it's a person that works within Worldstar. So Worldstar ain't never gave no formal retraction. You know what I'm saying? That's he's putting that there so that if they don't do it, he could sue. So what he said was, hey, you got to take the video down and you have to issue a formal retraction within a certain amount of time or I can sue you. Worldstar Hip Hop would respond claiming that within 24 hours that the video in question had been removed. WACK100 would then go on to say that it was extremely important that this video was removed for his safety and his reputation, and that these were false statements made in a public forum. You know, if you believe that snitches get stitches,
once you find out somebody an informant, you know, it could be green light. So WACK100 went to the people and told them this, like, hey man, they calling me a rat, they calling me a snitch. My life is in danger now. My money is involved in this. So that's what the lawsuit's about. World Star Hip Hop would then take the video down on February 1st. So literally within 4 days and within 2 business days of the January 31st deadline. On or around February 5th, WACK100 claims that he appeared on the Adam and Wack podcast in an attempt to clear his name and deny the allegations. So again, we got World Star Hip Hop on one side saying they posted a video by the boy Deuce M's, and Deuce M's is named in the lawsuit later down the line. We're gonna read that for y'all. But World Star Hip Hop is named in this lawsuit. Deuce M's uploads a video to World Star Hip Hop. WACK100 sends this cease and desist out within a number of days. World Star Hip Hop then takes the video down. But like I said, they don't issue any sort of statements ever. So for them to issue some sort of formal retraction or formal statement, that wasn't going to happen. Either way, WACK100 would then go on his own podcast, which is, I would say around this time, is probably bigger than World Star, to give a different story. And I think this is important because on WACK100's podcast, he disparages people all the time. He says negative things about people in this public forum, in this public space all the time. You could go on, what's the other shit they do? What's the other shit they be doing, man? The fucking WACK100 is on the phone disparaging people. He's on his internet disparaging people. And one time that something happens that he doesn't like and it has his name in it, now he's suing, whether it was the Main Street Mafia story or the Texas, you know, drop the charges in the case of justice, whatever. We did our homework, man. We went and got the paperwork, firsthand sources, went straight to Texas, went straight to LA County Sheriff and got these documents. Either way, World Star Hip Hop would then respond. Because I mean, they're not gonna be like, yo, okay, he's right, we own $5 million. They're not gonna say that. So they responded. And this is what their response was, and I love it. Like I said, so the first affirmative defense. So these is basically World Star Hip Hop got $1 million lawyers. They laid out about 10 reasons why they disagree with WACK100 and why they don't believe World Star Hip Hop owes WACK100 $5 million for posting one of thousands of videos that they post all the time. Damn near every video they post, if it's not a music video, is disparaging somebody. And even in music videos, I'm sure they disparaging somebody.
Hey man, my bad, man. I like these new people, man, over here on Show Your Love podcast, man. I asked them one time to hit the like button, man, and they ran it up, man. Hey man, if you new over here on Show Your Love podcast, man, go ahead and drop a comment in the chat, man, so I can pull it up on the screen and let the people know on my main page, man, that it's going down on the other page, man. So they better go subscribe to it.
They talking about in the song, disparaging the girls, shaking her ass. Everybody's being disparaged on World Star Hip Hop. So for them to, you know what I mean? It's just, it's some lame shit, bro. This is what lame niggas do when they can't really make shit move on their own accord. They run to them people. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it. Either way, the first affirmative defense, World Star Hip Hop's lawyers claim that the complainant failed to state a cause of action upon which relief may be granted. So basically, WACK100 crying. There's nothing that he wants that will fix this situation except for the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually when you're suing somebody, or even before the lawsuit even take place, you will put out there like, look, this is what I want. Now, again, he said, I want the video taken down and I want a formal retraction. World Star Hip Hop, all they do is post videos. They never speak on nothing. So for them to make a once in a lifetime change because of you, Don't make sense. So no formal retraction, but they did take the video down. Clearly, that wasn't enough for WACK100, and he continued with the lawsuit. So their first reasoning of, hey, we don't agree with this lawsuit is, bro, you said you wanted some action. We gave you the action. Now you still suing us. There have to be a action of relief. If I do this, then the shit stop. But there isn't, because, of course, WACK100 just wants to sue WorldStar. It's not really to stop the lawsuit. It's to keep that bitch going. So now the second affirmative defense, and this is really the smoke gun right here. This is the deal breaker. Like we said, these big companies have $1 million lawyers. They have legal teams. They understand this type of stuff before it even goes up on the internet. We got integrity. We not finna speak on no man that's not doing that and act like he is. So the second affirmative defense for WorldStar Hip Hop is that the video contains substantial truth. The plaintiff's claims are barred in whole or in part because statements allegedly made by or attributed to the defendant were substantially true, and the defendant had reasonable grounds for believing the truths of the statements. So WACK100 is suing WorldStar Hip.
Boy say what's good, homie. Say, man, that lay on fire with the big snitch and the fake homies paper. Looking kind of bad. Famous crib paper all over the place. Yeah, man, I'm talking about, man. Yeah, it's going down over there, man. Them feds hot out there, man. You see how they got them boys in jail, man. All these indictments. I'm talking about anything you can think about, man. Them feds own it like a motherfucker. So at the end of the day, I know the streets can't be talking. So it's like, since the streets not talking, it's like these boys come to the broadcast and talk about, you know what I'm saying, the street shit on the broadcast now. You don't tell them that's what it done turned to. Like, you know how the streets used to tell you, like the streets talk now. These niggas talking this street shit on the motherfucking broadcast and shit. You know what I'm saying? The feds ain't even got it, you know what I'm saying, just have ears on the ground. They got niggas like they got niggas like WACK100 with their ears on the ground. Cause you know what I'm saying, these niggas be wanting to be cool with these niggas because they be feeling like WACK100 can put them in, you know what I'm saying, rooms that they can't get in. So they feel comfortable telling WACK100 about the street shit, you know what I'm saying, that's going on, because, you know, WACK100 telling them about the street shit that's going on. So yeah, man, y'all boys got to be careful, man, talking to these motherfucking people out there, especially in California right now, man. Them feds is out there tearing y'all ass up, and y'all police department not even playing with y'all. Yeah, y'all police department not even playing with y'all. Y'all police department won't even let y'all stand outside or enjoy yourself at the park. So shit, yeah, man, y'all got some shit going on out there because niggas is talking. Hey, man, they give y'all like 120 years, 4 life sentences, 600 years. They give y'all like over 100 years out there in California. So I know by niggas getting over 100 years for a body and shit, niggas is talking. Man, niggas want to come home. You know what I'm telling you? Niggas tired of sitting in that goddamn cell. They ready to come home. So shit, all shit niggas did back then and niggas is still doing now, man, they giving that information up because they trying to come home. And here go you niggas getting on these broadcasts, talking about the same shit that these niggas was already giving up the information on, confirming it.
And he has named you in the lawsuit, and he done tried to kind of disparage your name and make it seem like it's something personal between y'all two instead of, hold on. Oh yeah, my bad, bro. Bro, I told you my camera going crazy, bro. Like, I literally at any moment, bro, my shit could go black. I gotta go get a new camera, man, for real.
Okay.
But like, I something wrong with the cord. Like, the camera good, but it's just like the cord is hanging out or something. But no, either way, so he's claiming WorldStar basically posted some shit that
they giving too much time out there, man. The boys gotta talk.
And now he's suing him for like $5 million. He done named you in the lawsuit. Man, tell me,
hey, a lot of them boys that's in paperwork, the reason they free because they was talking. I bullshit you not. A lot of them boys that, you know what I'm saying, have been to the penitentiary and then they come on this bitch talking about they was doing this and they was doing that in the streets. Yeah, because they can talk about that shit now because shit, they done gave some niggas up and shit. They done got it acquitted for that shit. You know what I'm telling you? You know, man, look at Terrence Gangster Williams. Let's talk about it. Terrence Gangster Williams was in jail for murders and all this other shit, trafficking drugs and shit. And then he gave some more niggas up on some old murders. And goddamn it, they lighten up his sentence to where he can walk out of jail. Come on, man. Y'all better stop playing doing all this goddamn talking.
I just wanted to start right there. All right, so now you go. You can know everything else.
All right. So first, the $5 million is what he claimed on his reaction to the World Star Hip Hop video being taken down on No Jumper. But he really didn't cite how much he was actually suing for in the lawsuit, right?
Okay, yeah. So I saw that was the thing. Like they ain't like what you want, bro. Like you just suing this shit.
Right. And it really, like he said, and admits in there, he went on No Jumper to try to clear his name up in the public consensus. But most everybody who's seen it started realizing, like, yeah, this dude really is a hip-hop copy, hip-hop police and working with them. But first, him talking about my name. This lawsuit is between him and World Star Hip Hop. It's about my works being a documentary that I put together, exposing WACK100 as a confidential source in the Main Street Mafia Crip case, as well as insinuating the plausibility of him being a snitch, also stemming from the Texas case, gun case.
Right, right. Which we did docs on. Me and you did docs on the Main Street Mafia case.
Crazy.
Y'all could go back and watch that. And we did just.
Let's not forget the feds picked Diddy up from his home in LA. Let's not forget the feds raided Diddy home out there in LA, man. The feds got their own goddamn building out there, and they got their own operation going on out there, man. And WACK100 is a part of it, allegedly. And all I'm saying, whoever fuck with WACK100 is allegedly too a part of it, or they probably just don't know, or they just don't give a damn.
Did this year doc on the Texas gun case, which like we found within 2 months of the Main Street Mafia Crips getting arrested, he got that gun case dropped in the interest of justice.
In the interest of justice.
In the interest of justice. So, all right. So now, what is he talking? Why is he bringing you up personally if it's a lawsuit at World Star?
Well, he obviously he knows how close I was with Big U, and he's trying to target me for some kind of arrest. He claims that damage was done to his property, right? What has happened to him that has to do with my video?
Right.
He's saying that Lamonte Sims is a felon, right?
Right.
I am a felon, but that's not, I'm also a businessman. You don't know me from doing crimes. My last crime I was convicted of was in 2013, bro. You talking about almost 15 years.
15 years ago type shit, right?
Yeah, you know. So I've evolved from that. I paid my debt to society, right? And I've evolved since then, ingratiated myself into the hip hop culture, back into the hip hop culture, because I was already doing my thing out on the West Coast, right? So that helped up me continue to capitalize on the monetization project of the Hit Your Brimmy. He says, also, I'm CEO of Active Chucks. That's a given. Why are you telling these people?
Yeah, like why he putting your businesses and the shit that you involved with in the paperwork like that, like giving them information about you?
Right. Well, I think he also want to try to pit us against each other because he knew that I had served a demand for payment
Now we go behind the scenes to a massive raid by Homeland Security agents in Los Angeles. A man who allegedly helped steal millions in Amazon products was just one of 13 people nabbed. Fox correspondent Matt Finn with our exclusive look.
Here in Los Angeles, we were able to get an up-close, behind-the-scenes view of this citywide bust. And these migrants, some of them are not just mom and pops or family units.
WACK100 loves calling out snitches, but he might be the biggest undercover informant out there. Even though he claims to be this big that lives by the street code, all that would go down the drain after the feds would embarrass him when they drop paperwork with his name all over. In the recent RICO case with Big U, paperwork shows that Big U wanted to stop doing business with WACK because he suspected that he was working with the feds. The paperwork also exposed that Big U caught WACK100 and made him beg his life. After this incident happened, the feds would mysteriously raid Big U's houses. Last year, a documentary would come out on WorldStar allegedly exposing WACK100 for being an informant. Now, shortly after, WACK would get that video taken down. He was also the one that broke the news after Lil Durk was picked up by the feds before he got to the jail or anybody else knew about it. It's clear as day that WACK has some sort of connection with the feds. But let me know, do y'all think he's working with them? Watch this old clip of WACK100 warning Brick Baby to stop merching on his gang because it can get him locked up.
I challenge Brick to stop saying on the dead homies, on Hood, and on 6-0.
And on the dead homies, on 6-0, on the Hood.
No, for real. He comes here in full gameplay mode like he talking to the homies and ain't understanding you talking to the world. You're not sharing information on the block with your homies.
Do you think that WACK100 already knew that the feds was coming?
Yo, Wack Live, we live on No Jumper. What's up, Wack?
Bro, Rogan,
Yeah.
I heard what he said.
What
He
I
tried
say?
to stop it.
What I say,
You
Wack?
Remo, no, you tried to stop it. You said it.
Wait.
Remo, you don't know no better.
Wait, what up? Hey, Wack. Wack, what I say?
I point a finger at what I really do and I don't, but big folks, you was supposed to hang that phone up, bro.
I mean, Remo got the phone in his hand.
No, but big folks.
Remo got the phone in his hand, Wack.
Hold on, bro. Listen, it's me and you talking. Look, me and you, like really sitting in the car, nigga. The me and you, who we are. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this other shit, folks, bro. If it's a nigga you fuck with and you understanding where it's at, and they not getting it, you should have hung that phone up, bro. Folks, me and you, look, fuck all the other shit.
Nah, I hear you 1,000% what you said, but how I play it.
No, I get it. The phone wasn't in your hand, but at some point,
I was wondering how long Remo was gonna keep the conversation going.
Wait, yeah. Hey, I get a text message saying that Lucius trying to.
But freedom niggas though, Wack. You know how it is.
Let me tell you where you went wrong, and I just realized
Free the Lokes.
because I've been asking, have your people read you what I sent them? And when he said what he said,
Watch this old clip of WACK100.
WACK100 loves calling out snitches, but he might be the biggest fed in the rap game. And today we're breaking down why his reputation in the industry might be cooked. We're gonna get into WACK100's whole career of alleged snitching, but first we gotta break down the biggest case he's allegedly involved in right now. In March 2025, Big U and 18 other alleged Rolling 60s Crips got booked on a huge RICO indictment, and WACK100's name is all over the paperwork. According to the cops, Big U and his homie Faye threatened someone and said they had to stop working with Wack because Big U thought WACK100 was working with the cops as an informant. Big U also talked about how he caught WACK100 lacking and made him beg for his life. According to the paperwork, Big U had like 20 dudes with him when they caught WACK100 out with his wife and daughter. WACK100 was strapped up, but knew he was gonna die if the situation popped off. And he allegedly begged Big U and said, "Don't do this. My wife, my kids in that car." The cops had Big U's phones tapped too, and they heard him telling someone he was gonna break WACK100's jaw when he saw him. And on another recorded phone call, Big U said he wanted to beat the shit out of Wack. Before Big U turned himself in on the RICO case, he called WACK100 out on video and said that he was working with the FBI.
When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack
loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. WACK said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He worked with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scared and intimidating everybody.
Another dude who's wrapped up in the Big U RICO case is Brick Baby, and WACK100 has been calling him a snitch for a while because of the Lil Durk murder case. Lil Durk and his OTF crew are facing murder charges for allegedly killing Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pop, and WACK100 thinks Brick Baby is working with the feds against Durk. Lil Durk and Brick Baby were tapped in together, and WACK100 said Brick Baby is the reason everyone started saying Durk was involved. According to WACK,
the world thought that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world thought.
But then Brick Baby went on No Jumper and dry snitched on Lil Durk and his crew.
Sly Favon, right? Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, because of no. Like
They
who died?
say you can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Or who?
Nah, because Lil Pop.
Then a few months later, the feds raided Brick Baby's crib and found an AK-47. It looked like it was just a gun case at first, but WACK said the cops really wanted Brick Baby's phone to use against Lil Durk.
Brick Baby just got picked up by the feds. What's happening? When your court date, right? We're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone.
There were also rumors flying around that Brick Baby snitched on Big U, but WACK100 actually said that Brick Baby is a victim in the Big U case because he was getting extorted.
The reason why Brick Baby ain't in a RICO is because Brick Baby was a victim. He was getting extorted.
By Big U.
Yeah, he was getting extorted.
WACK100 claims that Big U is actually the reason Brick Baby got locked up because Big U was talking about Brick Baby while his phone was tapped. According to rumors, Big U was taking a cut of everything Brick Baby was making in the streets, and the cops heard him talking about Brick Baby handing over some money to Big U after he hit a lick. One of the reasons people are calling WACK a Fed right now is because he knew about the Big U RICO indictment before anyone else did. WACK even called in a No Jumper and said that he warned Big U's wife over what was about to go down.
After you got the message, you hit up Big U's wife. You said, "Sis, 911. One sec, let me get Solo." And you gave him a heads up.
What I tell him?
You said, "One sec, let me get Solo. He needs to leave. Bad." In caps, all caps. He needs to leave.
I said, "So bad, right?"
Yeah, so bad.
What the 600 saying this shit? It's 4 rolling 60 telling on him.
After Big U turned himself in and said WACK100 was working with the feds, WACK aired him out like crazy but made his own situation even worse. WACK started clapping back at Big U, but then WACK made even more people call him a snitch because he started talking about Big U's murder case.
I'm Eugene Hemmy, developing options. I'm here for the people. I'm here for the community. Kill the motherfucking kid though, right? You bitch ass nigga.
Big U was facing charges for killing a dude named Rayshawn Williams and leaving his body in the desert outside of Las Vegas. Rayshawn was a rapper who was signed to Big U's label, but he used to be a football player too, and Big U had been his coach since he was a kid. Big U's son, Deion Henley, plays in the NFL for the Chargers. He was tied with Rayshawn Williams too. Big U hasn't been convicted for killing Rayshawn Williams, but WACK100 said that Deion Henley won't even talk to his dad anymore because Big U killed his own. WACK also claimed that Big U beat his son Deion half to death 6 or 7 different times. WACK100 said that Big U was a monster who killed an innocent dude. And that whole rant made people call WACK a snitch again because he was talking crazy about an open case and basically saying that Big U was guilty. WACK defended himself at the same time though. A lot of people were wondering how he knew about the RICO case on Big U before anyone else found out. But it turns out that WACK has some inside info from Rayshawn Williams' sister. WACK played a phone call where Rayshawn's sister told him that they found Big U's DNA under Rayshawn's fingernails. And according to WACK, that's how he knew that the feds were about to bring the hammer down on Big U. But WACK has already been caught lying about the Big U RICO case. After Big U got locked up, WACK called in a No Jumper and told everyone that Adam 22 had been picked up by the feds. That turned out to be cap though, and Adam 22 told DJ Vlad that he was never arrested. According to Adam 22,
so I was playing poker at my house one day, and my girl actually intercepted the person ringing my buzzer outside. I didn't see it. She told him that I wasn't home. Basically, they wanted to serve me with a subpoena. Now, when I hear that, I get nervous. Call my lawyer. I'm like, hey, can you guys call this guy and figure out exactly what's going on with this? they had a series of questions they wanted to ask the feds to basically figure out what the nature of this was going to be. And I never even ended up having a conversation with them.
Everyone's talking about WACK100 and the Big U, Rico, but this isn't the first time they beefed about snitching. Back in 2024, a documentary came out on Worldstar Hip Hop that allegedly exposed WACK for being a snitch. WACK and his legal team sued to get the video taken down, and WACK claims that Big U was the one who paid Worldstar Hip Hop to show the video.
That was Big Q that did it.
How do
and
you
this
know?
stupid motherfucker, let me tell you.
How do you know?
I know because he got a contract with Worldstar. Worldstar is trusted, right? He called and get it put up because he emotional because we've been exposing his ratting, right? Now we got paperwork to his ratting, so it's different, right? So when he went and got that put up, Worldstar just trusted the dude. They put it up.
Big U has been calling WACK a snitch, but then WACK clapped back and said he's got paperwork about Big U and Brick Baby snitching on a rapper named Sue Surf. Sue Surf is from Jersey, but he allegedly reps the Rolling 60s just like Big U and Brick Baby. Sue Surf and his crew got hit with a RICO case, and WACK100 claims that Big U and Brick Baby helped the feds put Sue Surf away. The Worldstar Hip Hop documentary about WACK being a snitch got taken down, but a YouTube channel called Street Certified News did a deep dive into the story and claimed that WACK really was wrapped in a crazy case that even involved Shaquille O'Neal. In 2008, a Main Street Mafia Crip member named Stutterbox got into producing and was working with Shaq's record label. Stutterbox allegedly hooked up with Shaq's wife and told Shaq that he made a sex tape with her. So Shaq allegedly had some other Main Street Mafia Crips kidnap Stutterbox and put hands on him. A business manager named Mark Stevens was working with Shaq back then, and he was allegedly involved with the whole situation. 5 months after Stutterbox got kidnapped, the cops caught Mark Stevens on a wiretap talking to a dude named Dell, who was the alleged leader of the Main Street Mafia Crips. During the call, Mark Stevens asked Dell if he wanted to talk to WACK, and Dell said no. WACK100 and Stutterbox were cool with each other back then because they were neighbors and used to party together. And rumors are saying that WACK was giving the cops info about the Main Street Mafia Crips. During the wiretap call with Mark Stevens and Dell, Mark Stevens said that WACK called him out of nowhere to ask for help. This is where the situation gets a little complicated. According to police documents, there was a confidential informant called Back, and in the documents, the cops said that Back was trying to get in touch with Dell and left 2 messages on Mark Stevens' phone. Back, who was allegedly WACK100, was actually calling Mark Stevens and Dell to warn them that Stutterbox was a rat. Dell and some other Main Street Mafia Crips ended up getting booked for kidnapping Stutterbox, but the cops didn't have a good case and the whole thing got dropped. WACK claimed that he helped save the Main Street Mafia Crips, but his name allegedly being in paperwork like that definitely didn't help the rumors about him being an informant. But this next paperwork on WACK100 is way crazier and allegedly proves that WACK has been an informant for almost 2 decades. In 2005, WACK100 and his brother were pulled over for speeding in Texas. WACK was driving the whip and told the cop that they were headed to a funeral in Oklahoma, and then the cops asked WACK if they could search the vehicle. WACK said no, so a K9 unit was brought to the scene, and the cops found a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol inside WACK's whip. WACK and his brother were both already convicted felons, so the cops booked him on gun charges. WACK posted bail and went back to LA, and back then he was working with Suge Knight at Death Row Records. But 2 years after WACK got picked up in Texas, Suge Knight got taken down by the cops. The cops were trying to take down Suge Knight's whole crew, but what's weird about the case is that WACK wasn't named in the investigation at all. Then the cops indicted the Main Street Mafia Crips for kidnapping Stutterbox, and WACK was in the paperwork. And right after the Crips got indicted, WACK's gun case in Texas was dropped. WACK had said it got thrown out because the cops didn't have enough evidence, but that's not what the paperwork says. According to court documents, WACK's case was dismissed in the interest of justice. WACK also claimed that the case got thrown out because the cops searched the whip illegally, but the paperwork proves he was capping about that. None of this has been confirmed, but rumors say that WACK started working with the feds right after he got arrested in Texas and had been giving them info for years. What makes WACK's situation even crazier is that he's always calling other people snitches without backing it up with real paperwork. Gunna got a lot of heat during the YSL RICO trial when he took an Alford plea and admitted that YSL was a gang. But then WACK100 came out and claimed that he had a 2-hour interrogation video where Gunna told way more. WACK said he was giving Gunna a chance to confess to snitching, but if he didn't, then WACK threatened to release the whole video.
Hey, Gunna, listen. I'm putting it together. I'm going to give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm going to give you some time, though, Gunna. For you to go ahead on and confess. Confess to the world about all the telling you did.
Gunna never responded to WACK's threats, though, and WACK never released the alleged video. WACK also tried to throw dirt on BG's name and said he was snitching with no proof. BG is the legend in New Orleans who signed with Birdman's Cash Money label when he was 12 years old. But then in 2009, the cops pulled him over and found 3 guns in BG's whip. He ended up getting hit with a 14-year sentence, but in 2023, he came home after serving 11 years. BG got a lot of love all over the rap game, but then WACK started spreading rumors that BG snitched on somebody. WACK didn't have any evidence though, and BG's own cellmate did an interview and said that BG had nothing but respect on the inside. WACK calling BG a snitch also sparked a beef with Birdman and Lil Boosie. Boosie called WACK100 a clown, and a lot of people think WACK is capping about having paperwork on BG. WACK is also known for recording phone calls and playing them for people on Clubhouse. WACK is always on Clubhouse trying to air other people out, but the fact that he's always recording phone calls makes him look like even more of an informant. Making up claims about paperwork and recording phone calls is weird, but WACK has also straight up accused people of murder too. Jay Diggs is a West Coast rapper who was tied with Mac Dre before Mac Dre got killed in 2004. Mac Dre's murder was never solved, but WACK100 went on No Jumper and claimed that Jay Diggs got him killed. That wasn't even the craziest part of the interview though, because WACK also said that Jay Diggs lined his own son up to get murdered.
Unless he want to talk about how he lined his son up to get killed for the insurance money.
See, what is
we
that?
ain't talking. We can talk about it. We ain't talking about it.
It's not clear where the beef really started, but Jay Diggs also dropped a diss track called 3 Finger Whack and rapped, "You a hoe ass kid. You don't want this beef. Plus you talk too much. Like you don't want your teeth. Yeah, I heard all the gossip. I got you niggas. About to run up in the clubhouse and drop some niggas." Then WACK even got clowned by Adam22 because he was talking crazy about Jay Diggs and still ducked the fade when Jay Diggs tried to link up with him.
If you bring up Jason Love, I'm gonna bring up Jay Diggs.
So
when
what?
are we squabbling?
And so what? Jay Diggs don't want to come playing with me, bro.
Yeah, he was here trying to line up the fade.
He don't see. That's the problem. Here goes the problem.
No, the problem is, I just want to clarify. I'm only bringing up the thing that you don't want to talk about because you are bringing up a fake story
You
about
not a
me.
man that your
You
wife.
ducking Jay Diggs' real spill.
What I ducky man.
Jay Diggs isn't the only rapper who dissed WACK for talking on the internet though. Gucci Mane also aired out WACK on the track Bluffin' and rapped, "I don't make threats. No, I promise. I just drop bands like commas. Don't even ask me about dead folks, cause I ain't got no comment. I want my M's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. I ain't arguing on no internet. I'm not WACK100. Nobody can say for sure that WACK isn't informing yet, but there's definitely enough rumors going around to make it look suspicious. Plus, a lot of people always thought it was weird that WACK100 talks about snitches so much and still decided to become 6ix9ine's manager. 6ix9ine is the most infamous snitch in the rap game, but WACK didn't have any problems working with him after 6ix9ine flipped on his own crew and got out of prison. Some people even think No Jumper is part of the Fed's plan too. Adam22 and WACK100 have aired out all kinds of street business on the podcast, and some people think WACK got dudes like loose cannons to self-snitch on purpose so the cops can get involved. There's no real evidence to back the rumors up though. And just because someone decides to self-snitch on a podcast doesn't mean that the podcast is working with the cops. A lot of people think WACK100 might be an informant, but others are saying that he's terrified that the cops are going to come for him like they did for Big U. Rumors say that WACK has been extorting people just like Big U allegedly did. And now WACK is getting nervous that he might be the next dude they hit with an indictment. At the end of the day, there's a lot of accusations going around without any evidence to back them up, and nobody really knows what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if WACK is a Fed or not right now, but there's a good chance he's cooked either way, because there's a ton of people who believe that he is. And sometimes a rumor is all it takes to kill your career.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's KB and we locked in. Now let's jump into it. Today, we're going to be talking about WACK100 and the story behind him, how he became one of the most requested artist managers in the game, and the controversies that surround him. So without further ado, let's go. WACK100, real name Cash Jones, is a celebrity manager and gang member who has ties to the streets and the music industry. His roster of artists he manages includes Ray J, Blueface, 6ix9ine, and others. He is the vice president of Cash Money West, a division of Cash Money Records, and has been making power moves in the industry for a while now. He's had numerous high-profile beefs over the last couple years and has found himself in several serious legal situations. WACK has also found himself being the head of several public extortion attempts against some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. WACK has went from a nobody to a somebody and has successfully strong-armed his way into the headlines dozens of times, and today we're going to be taking a look at what happened throughout his life and his career to get him to the point where he's the face of an almost $100 million record label, while also being one of the most prolific gang members in the state of California. WACK100 was in the streets starting at an early age. Growing up in Pacoima, California, he found himself being surrounded by the local Piru Blood gang members, and they had a heavy influence over his life. It was this affiliation that led to Wack becoming a hardened criminal at just the age of 16, after he was sentenced to serve time at the Soledad Correctional Facility, which is an adult facility. Wack has even claimed that he was the first minor to ever be sentenced to an adult prison in the state of California. A claim that is 100% not accurate, but anyways.
I've been to the penitentiary. I was the first minor in the state of California. They sent me to prison at 16 years old. I was in Soledad State Penitentiary. So to go through all that, survive all these gang wars, all these attempts on my life.
When you in Soledad, what they do?
Anybody who been to Soledad when it was Soledad back in those days, late 80s, early 90s, right? I don't give a how tough you are. And at this point, I thought I was invincible. Listen, when the judge said, because I was a minor, they said, well, CYA won't accept you. I don't know what to do with you. If I give you a 10-year reduction from 17 years to 7 years, will you sign waiver papers so I can send you to state prison to a men's facility? I hurried up and signed them. I didn't give a Richie, that's that picture I posted up on Instagram. So I felt like I was ready for it. Let me tell you something. You pull up to them Soledad gates. This WACK100.
Make sure y'all come back, man.
You see them gun towers, them old prison cars with a billy club. They ain't even black, mother chrome, right? Every gangster thug says, what the did I just get myself into?
Before his trial and sentencing, Wack was locked up in the California Youth Authority, and according to people that were locked up with him, Wack was about that life.
And I remember Wack was like, I'm gonna get off first. I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what this smoke is about, right? I already knew, man, he was backing my play. He was a big old brother, man. He was knocking fools out. That's a fact. I won't sit here and lie. He was dropping motherfuckers, right? Was he dropping 32 of them like Big U? Nah.